Good morning and welcome to my channel once again. If this is your first time of coming across my page, my name is Mrs. Ebugasim Immaculate Chidalo, aka The Silent Truth in Marriage. So today I will be talking about the reasons most men go silent or slowly stop talking in their marriage. Many wives do not realize these mistakes until their husband slowly stops talking to them. Yes, and when this happens, it usually feels confusing because from the outside, the marriage still looks normal. You are still living in the same house, you are still doing daily life together, but something quietly changes. The man who used to share his ideas, his worries, even small things about his day, suddenly becomes quiet. And many women start asking themselves one question: why did my husband stop talking to me? If you have ever felt that distance, I want to talk to you about something that happens in many marriages, but people rarely explain it clearly. Part 1. How it usually starts. Most of the time, a man does not suddenly wake up one day and decide he will stop talking to his beloved wife. No, it usually happens slowly. In the beginning of a marriage, many men actually try to share things. They talk about work, they talk about plans. Sometimes they even open up about problems they are dealing with. But something happens during those moments of sharing. Maybe he talks about a challenge at work and the response he received from his loved wife feels like criticism. Maybe he shares a concern and the conversation turns into an argument. Maybe he talks about an idea and instead of feeling understood, he feels corrected. These things may not seem like a big deal in that moment, but when this happens again and again, something starts changing inside him. Yes, he begins to feel that opening up creates tension instead of connection. The second one is the quiet withdrawal. At first, the change is small. Instead of explaining his whole day, he just says work is fine. Instead of sharing what he is thinking about, he keeps it to himself. Instead of asking for advice, he figures things out alone. Many wives notice this and start feeling worried. Some even feel rejected. You might start thinking he's hiding something, or probably you feel like he no longer trusts you. But in many situations like this, it is not about secret. It is about emotional safety. When a man feels that every conversation may turn into conflict or correction, silence starts to feel easier and silence becomes a habit. Number 3, what many wives do next. This is where things become more complicated. When a wife notices her husband's becoming quiet, she often tries to fix it by asking more questions. Why are you not talking to me? What is wrong with you? Why do you always keep things inside? These questions come from a real desire to reconnect, but sometimes they make the situations worse. Because now the quiet man feels pressured, and when someone already feels uncomfortable opening up, pressure usually makes them shut down even more. So now, both people are frustrated. One person feels ignored, the other person feels misunderstood. Number 4, she will be asking what is really happening. Something important is really happening underneath of all of this. Many men communicate differently from many women. A lot of men process their thoughts internally first. They think about a situation, they try to solve it quietly. They may only speak when they feel ready. But when they feel that every thought they share will immediately be analyzed or challenged, they start protecting their inner world. Not because they do not care about their wife, but because they want peace. So they keep certain things inside their own mind. And if this pattern continues for years, the emotional distance between two people can quietly grow. This is where you don't have to give the devil chance to come into your home. A different way you can look at this. If you are a wife watching this and you feel like your husband has become quiet over the years, it may help to pause and look at the pattern differently. Think about the last few times he tried to share something important with you. How did the conversation go? Was he calm? Did he feel heard? Or did it quietly turn into correction, advice, or disagreement? Sometimes small challenges in how we respond can completely change how safe someone feels speaking to us. When someone shares something, the first thing they often want is understanding, not immediate fixing, not judgment, just the feeling that someone is listening. When that feeling exists, people naturally open up more. Yes. Now let's talk about how to rebuild the communication. If communication has already become quiet in your marriage, it does not mean it is impossible to rebuild. Yes, but rebuilding communication usually does not start with demanding more talking. It starts with creating a calmer space when conversations happen. Short conversations, relaxed moments, listening without rushing to correct or analyze every sentence. When someone feels that their words are received calmly, they slowly become more comfortable speaking again. And little by little, the distance between two people can start closing. My advice in all of this: marriage communication rarely breaks in one big moment. Most of the time, it fades quietly over time. But understanding what is happening underneath the silence can help you respond differently. And sometimes, one small change in how two people talk to each other can bring back conversation that seems lost. If this is something you have experienced in your marriage, you are not alone. Yes. And sometimes simply becoming aware of this pattern is the first step towards changing them. Okay? If this conversation helped you see something different in your own relationship or marriage, you can still subscribe to this channel for more honest discussions about marriage and communication. Okay? Thank you for watching. Bye. And don't forget to drop your comments. Please, I need your honest comments on this conversation. Thank you so much. We'll see you on my next video again. Ciao.